iconic house of LaBeija. Hi!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm following yourself.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for going live with us. Thank you for being here. Um, Tell us, who are you? Tell us your
So my
name.
name, my name is Dai Dai LaBeija.
Awesome. Um, I want to talk first about what has your experience been in ballroom. Let's just get right into it. What has your experience been in ballroom overall?
So after 8 years, what you do is you find something you're good at. You find something that you like on the runway. You meet these people. They tell you you're good at it, and you keep practicing until you think that you're good, and then you start winning.
Yes. And this is your very first house, right?
My very first and only.
Yes. I've never walked in the real scene. I've walked only in the Kiki scene, walking face. So I don't have an experience with a real house. So what is that like for you to join such an iconic house that has such a legacy?
It's one thing to become instantly like if you, it's like being from New York and you go to like somewhere like Philadelphia and you go, oh, you're from New York,
Right.
or you go to Europe and you're from New York. It's like, oh my God, you're from New York. Somebody can be from Florida and go to Europe and be like, oh, you're from Florida. But New York is just like, oh, you're LaBeija, like, oh my God, like, there's always that reaction.
That's amazing. And it's like such a you're part of such a something that's such a staple in our community, you know. And I think it's amazing that you are. Um, what made you want to join LaBeija in particular?
Um, so what happened was I was watching Paris is Burning, and I just saw Pepper LaBeija, the first person you see. And when you hear about being the best, you want to also be the best. And I was like 15 at the time. So I'm walking on the pier one day, and this guy named Freddie LaBeija is walking on the pier. And I walked up to him and I go, hey, are you Freddie LaBeija? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I want to be a LaBeija. 7 years ago when the house hadn't been seen, pardon me, for over 20 years. I want to be a LaBeija. And the girls just go, you're a LaBeija? Really? Are you really a LaBeija? Like that was the first question.
What category do you walk?
I walked the old way, Butch Queen old
Nice.
way.
Nice. And how many balls have you walked? Or if you have like any idea like
In my career,
yes.
I want to say 15.
Nice. Okay. And what advice do you have for what advice do you have for the younger generation that are trying to figure out where they belong, what house they should go to? Um, what advice do you have for them as far as finding the right fit for them, finding the right family, and so on and so forth?
Well, the family aspect comes as soon as you join the house. It's just like instant. It's like, you're an Ebony, I'm an Ebony, that's it. Like, that's where the family aspect comes from. Because once you take the name, then everybody just draws together. You feel the same may have conflicts there, but everybody draws together. That's the first thing. But the second thing is your category. If you're going to do your category, you need to do your category the best that you can do your category. And keep providing that best every single time. Like if you're going to go into a category and just be like, I don't like doing this anymore. What's the point of picking that category in the first place?
Right, right. So I think it's really important to get your perspective because this is your first house. This is your the very first experience that you're having. But you have walked 15 plus balls, so you are pretty seasoned by now. So what makes you want to stay with LaBeija as opposed to because there's a lot of like house hopping that happens where people jump from house to house. What makes LaBeija the house for you that you just know this is the house you have to stay in?
Number one, trust the name is fab. the name is fab. Beyond any other house name, it is the one unique house name and it is completely made up. Okay, that's the first thing. And the second thing is, when you become legendary, do you want to be legendary Daquan, LaBeija, Khan, Escada, Prodigy, now Mugler? No, I want to be Dai Dai LaBeija.
Right. Okay. Okay. And the last question: if you had to choose one pioneer from the House of LaBeija who inspires you, who would you choose?
Oh, party over there.
You can say all. You can say all. It's not. It's not. This is not like.
Me. Of course. I inspire myself. There's a handful of this, just a group of people, a handful of people in this house that just keep it together. So for me to say a name, it'll be like it's just everything like binds together. But if there's one person we should remember, it is Pepper, who kept this house together for 20, 30 years. We're talking about a period of ballroom where there were no video cameras. There were just these single shot cameras. It's the time like in the 70s when there were no clips.
Right.
You were legendary because they were there in the room and you did what you did.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's lasted this long.
That's amazing. I'm sorry, that wasn't my last question. I have one more because you mentioned Pepper LaBeija, right? What does Pepper LaBeija mean to you?
It's the house itself. It is the house itself. You think of Pepper LaBeija, you just think of this house that's gonna walk in the room and it's just like when you walk in the room, you just think LaBeija's gonna give.
Right.
Why are they even here? What's the point? You know? That's what you get. It's just like we are that house.
Absolutely. Well, do you have any other last comments that you would like to make before we move on
Black
to
Lives
Kristen?
Matter.
Yes! Absolutely. And all Black Lives Matter.
All Black Lives Matter.
All Black Lives Matter. And I thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And I thank you for your words. I thank you for your energy. I thank you for your smile. You are so amazing and you're such a beautiful person. And thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We are now going to be joined by Crystal LaBeija, who is going to give us. We're going to be joined by Crystal LaBeija next, who's going to give us a little more history of the House of LaBeija. We're going to talk a little bit about advocacy.